is there such a thing? Can there be a nation state without nationalism? And what does that look like?
There can, of course, be many nation states. Canada is a good example. Canada is a country which has come to terms with the idea that many different types of people live in the country, and that the notion of Canadianness, while might excite some sports fans and late-night comics, is essentially irrelevant. And I think, and America is an exceptional case, but I think there are also, there is a tradition in America which is similar to Canada, which I certainly prefer over Trump's ethnic nationalism, defining what it means to be an American, particularly, I think, around race, around whiteness.
So I grew up in Canada. I spent the first 20-some years of my life there. And I'm glad that Andrew mentioned it. So I eventually became a U.S. citizen. But as I'm sure Andrew knows, English Canadians and French Canadians both have a robust national pride or sense of nationalism. There is a French Canadian nationalism. There's also an intense English Canadian nationalism or patriotism, and it's often been referred to as a form of nationalism, not just patriotism. It actually distinguishes Canada from the United States, and that is a central theme in English Canadian nationalism. And it's a great example of how what our opponents seem to be doing is saying that when there's a particular version of nationalism they like, they're just going to call it patriotism. When there's a version they don't like, so that Canada, for example, is fine. We're fine with Canada. It's harmless. It's tame. It's liberal. But then there's a version that they don't like, even if it's democratically elected, like President Trump or Prime Minister Boris Johnson. That's authoritarian. It's ideological. It's extreme. And it's dark.